Good morning, students. In today's lecture, I will discuss about the homeobox and the phylogenetic relationship. Now, we have seen so many animals around us. We see small insects like ants, Drosophila. We see other invertebrates like butterflies, moth. Then we see still higher animals like fishes, reptiles, birds, and mammals. When we see all these animals, we can draw one thing, that all these organisms, they have a certain body plan. In earlier classes, I have explained to you about the development of tetrapod limb. Then I had also explained you about the axis specification in Drosophila, chick, and mammal. Now let's talk about the axis specification in Drosophila. When we take Drosophila as an example, and we also keep in mind the other animals, we see that the Drosophila has certain structure, certain region of their body has head portion, then thorax portion, and abdomen portion. From certain regions, that is, if we are talking about head, certain appendages arises. From thorax also appendages arises. When we take another example like butterfly, we see that there is a definite head region, thorax region, abdominal region. Similarly, the head region is provided with appendages like antennae, eye, mouth parts, ocelli. Thoracic region has wings and legs arising from the dorsal as well as ventral surfaces. So we know that all these animals, they have certain body plan. Now there is a unity in their development, and this unity in having certain characteristics similar is very intriguing for the scientist. And while studying, they observed that there are certain genes which are responsible for having certain body structure similarity in all the animals. So we know that all the animals have DNA in their cells, and these DNA hold the key to the developmental pattern. One role of DNA is to contain the instruction necessary for building the bodies of the organism. Be it a flower, there are so many types of flowers, be it a fungi or mammals, all have some similar structure or body pattern. Certain region is the anterior region, certain region are the mid region, and certain regions are the hind region or the posterior region. DNA contain genes that regulate the morphogenesis, which is the process that cause an organism to form its shape. As I have already discussed about morphogens, morphogens are certain chemicals that give instructions for the formation of organs in animals, like we discussed in tetrapod development. Morpha means form and genesis means giver. So morphogens are those chemicals which help the animal to obtain certain form or certain shape. So as the life starts from a spherical single fertilized egg, then it forms a ball of cells, then further the specification starts and certain region become the head region, certain region becomes the tail region, then we have the right side and the left side. So this is how the development start, and for the development to occur in certain manner there are certain morphogens, and these morphogens are again formed by instructions coded in the DNA. Now, these genes which regulate the morphogenesis are called the homeotic gene. Now, this is a structure of a DNA, and in this structure, DNA is represented by the red portion. The light blue portion represents the homeobox gene. In the homeobox gene, the dark blue region is the conserved region that is present in the homeobox gene. So, the subset of homeotic gene is called the homeobox gene, and these homeobox genes contain certain reserved sequences of about 180 base pair length of DNA, and these 180 base pair length of DNA are called the homeobox. So this homeotic gene is said to be responsible for the formation of certain shapes in the organism, and these homeotic gene contain a subset of them, and this subset is called the homeobox gene, which is represented by light blue color, and within the homeobox gene are present a conserved sequence which is present in all the organisms, and this 180 pair length of DNA is called the homeobox. The homeobox sequence is a highly conserved sequence. It is present in plant, animals, and various life forms. The conserved genes are the genes that have remained unchanged throughout the evolution of different descendant species. Now, when I say that the dark blue region which is present within a homeobox gene, so this sequence is called, this sequence is highly conserved, and highly conserved means throughout the evolution this 180 base pair sequence or the homeobox sequence has not changed. We can say that the homeobox sequence code for a specific sequence of 60 amino acid within the synthesized protein called the homeodomain. The protein which is synthesized by the homeobox gene is called the homeodomain. It is the protein, and this protein has a specific sequence of 60 amino acid called the homeodomain. The homeobox sequence